Hello, hello, hello. Emily King here, the Rich Woman Coach, coming at you hot with something that's been on my mind that I wanted to share. And it is this, that some of you, my friends, my lovely rich women, you are letting time be your biggest money block. So let me explain. I don't know about you guys, but hands up if you find yourself in the run of your day being like, oh my God, there's never enough time. Or you're like looking at your to-dos and you're like, oh my God, the same goddamn to-do is on my to-do list for like 2 weeks or however long. Or you're just like, where do the days go? Like, honest to God, like I have all this time in my day and then I get to the end of my day and like I achieved nothing today, right? So this is a money block, my friends. And if you're new to money blocks, let me explain. A money block is essentially, quite simply, anything, any belief that you have that prevents you from making more money, from bringing more money into your life. So it blocks money from coming into your life, hence a money block. So the other day, not the other day, a couple weeks ago, I caught myself in that cycle of where the time go, there's never enough time, oh my God, my days fly by, my to-do list is still there, like what is happening? And I realized, ego, you're being a sneaky little fucker. You have allowed the time thing to be my money block. And so why is it a money block? Because it doesn't seem so blatantly obvious of like, like other money blocks, like I'm afraid that I can't charge X amount, or I'm afraid my clients won't pay this, or I'm afraid that I'll go broke, or what have you. Those are more obvious money blocks, but this one's a bit more sneaky. And anyway, so it's a money block because on a subconscious level, many of us have the belief that we need to do things in order to make more money, right? We need to cross those things off the checklist and we need to get shit done in our day. And if we don't, then we're not being enough, we're not doing enough, and therefore we're not growing. This is all happening either on a conscious or subconscious level, right? You with me? With me? Give me a little heart or something if you're with me on that one. So that's why it's a money block. If on a subconscious level we believe that we're not doing enough, and if we're not doing enough, then we can't grow because we're not enough to be growing, then we got a recipe for disaster here, my friends. So here's how to shift it, ladies. Who would like to know how to shift it? Hands up, me. This is what I did. When I caught the little bugger, the little block, and I was like, no, sir, not today, not today. Here's what I did. All you need to remember are these 3 words. Stop, drop, and roll. You probably heard them growing up around fires. If you get caught on fire, what do? You stop, drop, and roll, right? Do the same thing applying to this sneaky money block of time. So here's what I did. When going forward, I would look at my to-do list and at the end of the day be like, oh my God, I didn't get this done. Or try to go back into the old habit. I stopped myself right there and was like, we are not doing this. We are not going back to that old money block. So I stopped it. Drop it like it's hot, ladies. Drop it like it's hot. Because that belief is just a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the longer you believe it, the longer it will remain true for you. If you decide to choose differently, you will get a different reality. So it is up to you to choose again. You have to drop the old belief. Because if you do not, it will control your life. It will rule your life. It will dictate how your days go. And I can guarantee you, it will not change. You will not magic, because we've all been there where we're like, there's the joke, Ellen DeGeneres talks about when you go on vacation, you pack like a dozen books and, all these things that you're going to do on your vacation, and like you don't do any of it, right? So no matter how much seemingly more time we get, it always seems to disappear if we have that belief of time just disappears. So we got to stop the belief, drop it like it's hot, decide to choose again. Drop the old belief and decide, I'm going to choose differently, which moves on to the third step, roll. Roll with the new belief. Here's what I did. When my brain, my ego, the ego, wanted to take me down that old rabbit hole of the time trap, I stopped it, I dropped it, and I chose again. And here's what I chose. I took a deep breath, and it was just like, my days flow with so much ease. Time expands for me. I always have more than enough time to achieve all I desire in the day. And if I want to get extra trippy on you, here's an added layer of time does not exist. All that exists is right now, is right now, is right now. Time does not exist. And honestly, you just breathe with it, you flow with it. And want to know the cool thing that happened when I did this? When I released that block, when I changed it around, all of a sudden, the to-do lists dwindled away because the universe has a much faster route to get you there than your logical mind does. I'll repeat that. The universe has a much faster route to get you there than the logical mind does. The logical mind, my logical mind in my case was like, you need to do this post, you need to send out this email, you need to do 10 million things. And then the universe was like, knocking on my door. It was like, hey, Emily. And I was like, yeah. And it was like, hey, we have a better idea over here. We can actually do this in like one simple, easy step. Would you like to do this? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then the universe is like, okay, cool. And it literally like would take a fraction of the time to achieve the same desired goal. So therefore, time would expand for me. It would free up time. Things would drop off my schedule. I wouldn't be responsible to do the thing anymore, or I'd have it delegated. Literally, time expanded when I decided I was no longer a prisoner to time. So who can relate to this? So if this is you, change it. Change it around. Do what I did, decide to change it, and then pay attention to how the universe shows up for you and how things do change around and how freaking magical it is, because it is magical. And that's all I wanted to say about time stuff. I wanted to share that. And a reminder, Money Miracles is coming up next week. Next Tuesday we start. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be refreshed from a nice weekend of being in nature, hiking, and we're going to be good and ready to go. And we're going to be diving into this stuff like money blocks and how to get rid of them. And also diving into the miracle side of things. It's honestly one of the best free things on the planet, honest to God. It will change your relationship with money. It'll change how you feel drastically. And there's an added little thing I want to talk about on day 3 of the 4-day free Money Miracles course that I think is gonna really resonate with a lot of you ladies. And it certainly changed a lot for me last month when I took this advice and did it. And to give you a hint, it's around worthiness, right? And owning that. But it was a particular situation that happened that I haven't shared publicly yet with people. Something that happened in my personal life where I believe really like this human angel came into my life, and it was just like a divine intervention for me. And it changed a lot for me around my worthiness, who I could be in this world, what I could charge, what I was available for, big time, and allowed me to step into my greatness. Okay, so maybe you're already in the Money Miracles, and that's fantastic. And if you are, share that shit with your friends. Share it with your biz besties, share it with your sisters, share it with people that you love, because it's honestly going to change lives. So I'll see you guys there next week, but don't worry, I'll be around this week. And in the meantime, lots of love to you. Let's release that silly old block of the time stuff, and let's go have a fabulous, flowing, loving, miraculous day, shall we? Okay.